Thank you for coming to the stream. The stream will start in 5 minutes, so stay tuned.
Give a fuck about mainstream appeal. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I aim for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood lost, another one bites the dust. Trust new metal with rust. Slap like coof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Cook about riders but he ain't rough. Kill a man then bathe his blood. Blood lust, I said blood lust. Cautious who could I trust? So I keep mine cuffed. Man paralysed from the neck down. Cause he got bind up. We some trapper MCs, real gun capper MCs. My dog them palm mapper MCs. I air when it was 1.5 for a Benz, not spracket MCs. Real yard man, not M, not all do good nigga MCs. Leave man floating in the breeze with I aim and squeeze. Do it with ease, please, please. That's how they start to plead. Touch my jet, I got left looking like Swiss cheese. Holes all up in his cleat. When blood dries on black, cause it looks burgundy. Hold it upside down and deal with urgency. Now it's an emergency. Ying man in the face, ooh wee. Holding his cheek, see his teeth. Not for the faint heart in this life I lead. Handle the dirty with steez. Should've stepped out with a flat cat and some tweed. But I chose night check fleece. Double MGB, them boy can't see their name after RIP if they mess with me. I mean perishing the earth, not perf. When I reverse birth and send a way down under. Feels like lightning but it sounds like thunder. Turn primo, can't get close when I distress man stomper. Beats that I got ain't no hunter. Left hot boy in a permanent slumber. Give a fuck about mainstream appeal. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I aim for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood lost, another one bites the dust. Trust the new metal with rust. Slap like coof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Talk about riders but he ain't rough. Kill a man then bathe with his blood. Blood lust, I said blood lust. Cautious who can I trust? So I keep mine cuffed. Man paralysed from the neck down. Cause he got bind up. Horrible the way man leave him. Get the bodies to check if he's breathing. Hear any whimper then start repeating. Right now it's still a season, which usually comes after robbery, which you know is just before dealing. No time of the year for squealing. Every month gotta have some greasing. When I was on the run, I still chiefed and brandished it from outside the sheath and stick the inmate a mess like eating bad from a barn. Demon semen, but I need his foreign, that's gold candy. Look way worse than receding. Turkey ain't gonna heal him. Piece of his head back spread on the ceiling. Some trapper MCs, real gun capper MCs. My dog them palm mapper MCs. I air when it was 1.5 for a Benz, not spracket MCs. Real yard man, not M, not all do good nigga MCs. Leave man floating in the breeze when I aim and squeeze. Do it with ease, please, please. That's how they start to plead. Touch my jet, I got left looking like Swiss cheese. Holes all up in his cleat. When blood dries on black, cause it looks burgundy. Hold it upside down and deal with urgency. Now it's an emergency. Give a fuck about mainstream appeal. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I aim for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood lost, another one bites the dust. Trust the new metal with rust. Slap like coof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Talk about riders but he ain't rough.
It's the one you've been waiting for. The big one. The one sale that can't be missed. Ready? The Crystal Ski Holidays big sale is here. Buy one lift pass, get one free on any ski holiday to Europe before April 2027. But you need to be quick and get your skis on. Sale ends Monday the 4th of August. Get that feeling. Book now at crystalski.co.uk. ABTA and ATOL protected.
I need drink up for the fiends. I need a lawyer, please. A warehouse full of trees. I need all the peas with you extortion screens. Told man that it ain't free. I need brizzies for the cheap. Go on by the heat. I need grey 6 foot deep. I need all of my dogs to eat. I need FNJs, 223s, 556, 762s. K with an L15 and a Winchester to slap you free. Dirty B. I need the needs to know when the gouch it's not emergency. I need the funds you stacked. No, we don't run shit back. I need 100 tanks. I need my grandma back. I need when I pull up on the block for the boys to the store and stop running laps. Cause it's a night like running tax. I need a bigger bag for the stock though, cause it's broken out all man. I need a plug that gets it in by the bolo to give me an open tap. I need hoes that's span, doctors and mule and put drugs in their vag. I need a rave, I need a ghost, I need a bed, I need a van, I need a plane, I need a chopper, I need a link for the Taliban. I need to be a bigger man, don't think I can. Till no snitches hang, so I need no snitches to hang. Then I'm a dogs in a can. I need you to understand that I need more than the average. You do more than a madness. I need you to respect my badness. full of cheese. I need all the peas and you extortion screens. Told man 99 free. I need brizzies for the cheap. Go on by the heat. I need grey 6 foot deep. I need all of my dogs to eat. I need FFJs, 223s, 556, 762s. K with an L50 and a Winchester to slap for free. Just as they ordered. Got it on me, no storage, no photos, don't talk to reporters. Move them flipping recorders, peace and brass. Yeah, I was serving up in them corners. Ace, come a long way from grounded boredom. If a man don't stay grounded, life will definitely floor them. Humble yourself. Ran Chiro Hill, took a tumble and fell. Concrete jungle, welcome to hell. Blue buff goes on protection spell. You got a pot dog, what's that smell? Bow, that's the sound of the cord. That's the sound of the shell. Stay you'll be in worse than unwell. How his face front gets split, smashed, and pushed back so far. G too dark, jump out a moving car. Rah, rah, jump back in, SKR. Yeah, man's abusing car when I screech and burn rubber. Hit the first corner, then I go hit the sauna. Look, man, you best humble yourself. I got a mad thing tucked on my belt. Step to the party, no one want looking panani. I got the bling. Chocolate factory, serving up Charlie. Think I'm a stain? You make the army. I couldn't care if you're built like Arnie. 2 barrels pressed up on your pectoral, whole lot of red. Playboy car.
Man came from the slums, from the trenches. Man don't care what the weight on your benches. Definitely don't give a shit with the henches. The strap will have man jumping them fences. But turn a gym man into an athlete. Catch cheap, man will catch corner the back streets. This everyday gangster chat speak. Let's see if your dog's really back deep. Pop clock man's move, man, I keep it low. Ace and team, man, I keep it show. Think that your bad man will let man know. No, boy better know. 25 goons, that's how a man roll. Quick head, no, the man will let that go. You're not family, cuz not bro. Joke man, you man, I move like Mo.
Stepped in flawless, just as they ordered. Got it on me, not storage. No photos, don't talk to reporters. Move them flipping recorders, peace and brass. Yeah, I was serving up in them corners. Ace, come a long way from grounded boredom. If a man don't stay grounded, life will definitely floor them. Humble yourself. Ran Chiro Hill, took a tumble and fell. Concrete jungle, welcome to hell. Blue buff goes on protection spell. Jiggle at a pot dog, what's that smell? Bow, that's the sound of the cord. That's the sound of the shell. Stay you'll be in worse than unwell.
Hey! Hi, Guap. Thank you for being the first person in the stream. Good morning. I'm about to start in a second. I need to go toilet. But thank you. Appreciate the hug. Appreciate the like.
What do you mean?
So that you're doing well. Thank you. I am.
When fist by hip get clenched, expensive garments get drenched. Who cares what you lift on the bench? Cause your heart, it's not hench. Serious. When fists get clenched, expensive garments get drenched. Who cares what you lift on the bench? I seen your heart, it's not hench.
Face front or head back, that's perfect. Ace of a pound, so I wanna try and nerf him. I need to go with half my old, cause I gave it the fullest and said it was hurting. Wrong side's cold, but I still slacked off. Snap back off. New boots been do hella roulette, when they send me your old new drag back locks. They don't get what I mean, they're lost. Open each just I look inside and see how much heart he's got. Me and my cartel ruining vibes. Popcorn out the party lock. Free world boss. No phones in the way, just like crocs. If a man out of the socks, my niggas in a walk.
When fist by hip get clenched, expensive garments get drenched. Who cares what you lift on the bench? Cause your heart, it's not hench. Serious. When fists get clenched, expensive garments get drenched. Who cares what you lift on the bench? I seen your heart, it's not hench.
my pill. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I ain't for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood, lust, another one bites the dust. Trust me, metal with rust. Slap like hoof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat, he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Cooked by riders, but he ain't rough. Kill a man, then bathe with his blood. Blood lust, I said blood lust. Cautious, who could I trust? So I keep mine cuffed. Man paralyzed from the neck down, cause he got bind up. We some trapper MCs, real gun capper MCs. My dog them palm mapper MCs. I air when it was 1.5 for a Benz, not spracket MCs. Real yard man, not end, not all do good nigga MCs. Leave man floating in the breeze with I aim and squeeze. Do it with ease, please, please. That's when they start to plead. Touch my jet, I got left looking like Swiss cheese. Hoes all up in his cleat. When blood dries on black cause it looks burgundy. Hold it upside down and deal with urgency. Now it's an emergency. Young man in the face, ooh wee. Holding his cheek, see his teeth. Not for the faint heart in this life I lead. Handle the dirty with steez. Should've stepped out with a flat cat and some tweed. But I chose night jet please. Double MGB, them boy gotta see their name after RIP if they mess with me. I mean perishing the earth, not perf when I reverse birth and send a way down under. Feels like lightning but it sounds like thunder. Turn primo, can't get close when I distress man stomper. Beats that I got ain't no hunter. Left hot boy in a permanent slumber. Give a fuck about nation my pill. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I aim for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood lust, another one bites the dust. Trust me, metal with rust. Slap like hoof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat, he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Talk about riders, but he ain't rough. Kill a man, then bathe with his blood. Blood lust, I said blood lust. Cautious, who can I trust? So I keep mine cupped. Man paralyzed from the neck down, cause he got bind up.
Horrible the way man leave him. Get the buddies to check if he's breathing. Hear any whimper, then start repeating. Right now it's still a season, which usually comes after robbery, which you know is just before dealing. No time of the year for squealing. Every month gotta have some greasing. When I was on a run, I still chiefed and brandished it from outside the sheath and stick to it. Made a mess like eating bad from a barn. Demon semen, but I need his foreign. That's gold candy. Look way worse than receding. Turkey ain't gonna heal him. Piece of his head back spread on the ceiling. We some trapper MCs, real gun capper MCs. My dog them palm mapper MCs. I air when it was 1.5 for a Benz, not spracket MCs. Real yard man, not end, not all do good nigga MCs. Leave man floating in the breeze with I aim and squeeze. Do it with ease, please, please. That's when they start to plead. Touch my jet, I got left looking like Swiss cheese. Hoes all up in his cleat. When blood dries on black cause it looks burgundy. Hold it upside down and deal with urgency. Now it's an emergency.
Give a fuck about nation my pill. Heartless steppers will shoot at the gender reveal. And you know I aim for the kill. Get my rocks off when I heard say that he spilled. Blood lust, another one bites the dust. Trust me, metal with rust. Slap like hoof, cuff, white like Hillary Duff. When I served that cat, he was chuffed. He could not get enough love. Talk about riders, but he ain't rough.
I need break up for the fiends. I need a lawyer, please. A warehouse full of trees. I need all the P's with you extortion screens. Told man that it ain't free. I need brizzies for the cheap. Go on by the heat. I need grey 6 foot deep. I need all of my dogs to eat. I need FNJs, 223s, 556, 762s. K with an L15 and a Winchester to slap you free. Dirty B. I need the needs to know when the gouch it's not emergency. I need the funds you stacked. No, we don't run shit back. I need 100 tags. I need my grandma back. I need when I pull up on the block for them boys in the store and stop running laps. Cause it's a night like running tax. I need a bigger bag for the stock though, cause it's broken out on man. I need a punk that gets it in by the bolo to give me an open tab. I need hoes that span, that does a mule and put drugs in their vag. I need a rave, I need a ghost, I need a pen, I need a van, I need a plane, I need a chopper, I need a link for the Taliban. I need to be a bigger man, don't think I can. Till no snitches hang, so I need all snitches to hang. Then I'm a dogs in a can. I need you to understand that I need more than the average. You do more than a madness. I need you to respect my badness before you get tanned. I need more than they ever could give, so I went and took it and I sold it quick. I need more than they ever could give, so I went and took it and I sold it quick. Yes. I need a cut full of fiends. I need a lawyer, please. A warehouse full of cheese. I need all the P's and you extortion screens. Told man that it ain't free. I need brizzies for the cheap. Go on by the heat. I need grey 6 foot deep. I need all of my dogs to eat. I need FNJs, 223s, 556, 762s. K with an L15 and a Winchester to slap for free.
ordered. Got it on me, no storage, no photos, don't talk to reporters. Move them flipping recorders, peace and press. Yeah, I was serving up in them corners. Ace, come a long way from grounded boredom. If a man don't stay grounded, life will definitely floor them. Humble yourself. Ran Chiro Hill, took a tumble and fell. Concrete jungle, welcome to hell. Blue buff goes on protection spell. You got a pot dog, what's that smell? Pow, that's the sound of the cord. That's the sound of the shell. Stay, you'll be in worse than unwell. How his face front get split, smash, and push back so far. She too dark, jump out a moving car. Rah, rah, jump back in, SKR. Yeah, man's abusing car when I screech and burr bar. Hit the first corner, then I go hit the sauna. Look, man, you best humble yourself. I got a mad thing tucked on my belt. Step to the party, no, I weren't looking panani. I got the bling. Chocolate factory, 7-Up Charlie. Think I'm a stain? You make the army. I couldn't care if you're built like Arnie. 2 barrels pressed up on your pectoral. Hold our red. Play where car.
Man came from the slums, from the trenches. Man don't care what the weight on your benches. Definitely don't give a shit who's the henches. The strap will have man jumping them fences. Turn a gym man into an athlete.
Five, 3, 2. Just 6. Everybody knows Flow so COVID. So COVID. Welcome to my channel. Hi, my name is Steph. I'm a cinematographer, videographer, editor, all things creative, and I can kind of somewhat maybe draw. Welcome. Today, because it's the morning, like noon time, we're gonna start off with a motivational video. Also, how are you? How is everybody doing? Comment down below. If you're watching the VOD back, if you're in the chat, comment how you're doing. Bruh, this fly is still going out from last stream yesterday, bruh. I opened the window and everything. It wouldn't fly out. So now it's going to die. Anyways. Right, let's scroll up and chat. Hold on. Ooh. Take your time. Aw, thank you. I did take my time. I needed to pee. She's the boo. Oh, thanks. Ah, babe. Hi, girl.
I exchange product to reel and dosh. Them man there just sleeping sloshes. Yeah, got gal them singing like Osh. Grief with me ain't nothing you squash.
What you doing?
About this money, I'm hardly seen. Put work in the strip like Cardi B. Everyday cake, I'm a party fiend. Run a man down with beam.
Okay.
Stolen whip with raps, you'll never see home, no E. T, no shaming, niggas, I'm flaming. Niggas, I'll pull up on crib like beat. Protecting mine with crime, that's soul in sky when man gets seen. No playing around this year. Man got time for you clowns this year. Head back sprawl, I'm bound this year. Back grudge, man better look down this year. Like old school lemon, I'm loud this year. Galley on 7-Up, out in bed, the waviest. You found it here, your family, how am I sounding? No playing around this year. Man got time for you clowns this year. Head back sprawl, I'm bound this year. Back grudge, man better look down this year. Like old school lemon, I'm loud this year. Galley on 7-Up, out in bed, the waviest. You found it here, your family, how am I sounding?
Oh. That was an accident. Fair enough. Ah! I'm gonna kill this fly. This motivational video was sent to me by the one, the only Guap, the moderator guy, and and it's called The Power of Courage, and it's by Motiversary, so we're gonna watch it. It was sent yesterday, but yesterday was... I didn't see it yesterday. I only saw it after stream, but by then it was too late, so we're gonna watch it today. But I appreciate you sending it to me. Cause I be asking. I be asking. I wanna kill this fly, watch. Please go into the light. I'm ready. I'm ready for your stupid dumb ass. Oh, thank you. Oh! The Febreze is broken. Huh?
This is a passenger update. The 1740 train has been
Thank
cancelled.
you.
We apologize for the delay. The next...
At a moment like this, you can choose a different journey. And just go with the flow, just as we live life in Sevilla. You only have to walk to a nearby park and share a cruz campo. Choose to cruise.
Because before it was just in the light. Now it's playing in my face. So it has to die. Anyways, motivational video.
When you join Chase, you could earn 5% AER variable. That includes a 2.25% AER fixed boost for 12 months on top of our standard saver rate.
SK!
This could help you reach your goals. A dream holiday or a weekend getaway. Get our best easy access saver offer today.
Thank you for being the second person in the stream. And you know what they say? Second place is the first loser. That's what the dance moms say. I don't say that. The dance moms say that. How you doing, SK? Oh, so funny. Show it about, know what to do.
Absolute economic freedom.
I think courage is the quintessential trait that leads to everything else. You have to first have courage. You have to have courage to quit your job. You have to have courage to get rejected. If you don't first have courage, nothing else follows. Again, it's not are you courageous or not, it's how courageous are you. It's not a binary. I have courage because I have done things that have required it.
It takes courage. It takes courage to have a difficult conversation. Growth takes courage. Learning takes courage, like this takes courage.
Courage isn't for somebody else for medals, applause, or moral debts. Courage is what at that moment feels most right for you. One great philosopher says, cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
Good was going to stream, but
what does that mean? That valiant people aren't afraid? No.
Stream,
it means that they
it.
experience that fear and they move
no
forward.
One's there. Stream.
Move forward anyhow. Many people are dead now. Many people are allowing their dreams to die. Many people are allowing their ideas to lie dormant and collect dust. Many people have all this talent and ability that they are allowing to be buried inside of them, that they will take with them to their graves because they didn't have the courage to be who they are. And I say, as you begin to look toward the future and manifesting your greatness, it's going to take everything in you, that your life deserves the concentrated effort to begin to look at how is it that I can express more of me? How is it that I can bring my ideas out here now? How is it? And start living with a sense of urgency, because you're here today, you're gone today. Life is unpredictable. It's uncertain. There are no guarantees. No guarantees out here at all. So holding back, what are you waiting on? Ask yourself, what's the benefit of your waiting? What's the benefit of your not living your dream? What's the benefit of not listening to yourself?
And for many of you, the reason why you haven't gotten up yet is because you still think failure is final. Fear sedates us. Fear immobilizes us. Fear imprisons us. You gotta break out of that prison of fear and see yourself winning in the same place that you lost. Show me somebody who has achieved greatness. And if you pull up their past, I promise you, you'll see some failures and some lessons learned. If we can change our perspective on failure, our lives will never be the same. Stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Stop telling yourself you don't have what it takes.
Exactly.
If you want your future,
it's hard, but you can do it.
I'm getting up, and I'm gonna do this again. I'm getting up, and I'm gonna try this again. And I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna try it again. I was made to walk in purpose and to fulfill destiny. I was not created for the prison of fear.
Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently.
It's an emotion that you can't fake. If you fake bravery when you're terrified, that is bravery.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
Winning will cost you everything, but will reward you with so much more. It's going to cost you everything.
Courage is something that rubs off on other people. I think it's enormously to be desired to be around courageous people. And that might be different types of courage, some of it physical, some of it mental. Surround yourself with courageous people, or at least not cowards, not cretins, not the sort of people who just say the same things that everyone's meant to say and so on. There's many ways people can get out of this non-life that they are being shunted into.
Can you do what is required to fulfill your purpose? Can you do what it takes? Can you implement? Can you execute? Are you disciplined? Are you principled? Do you possess courage to walk in purpose and to fulfill your destiny?
What would your life be like if you decided to become courageous?
What is my credit is vulnerable.
What would your life be like? If you decided to act on your dream, if you did what you felt in your heart, you know what courageous means? Courage comes from a French word which means of the heart. You know, it takes courage to live. Since most people go through life not allowing themselves to step out because they don't want to let go. They don't want to be blown around. They don't want to be moved. The courage to face life's whirling wind of contradictions. The courage to love yourself. The courage to take a chance. The courage to be who you are.
Be steadfast, immovable, always abounding. Be brave, be strong. Come out of the dark and into the light with everything that you have. Run after it. And you keep giving, and you keep pouring, and you keep believing, and you keep pushing.
It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or whether doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who comes up short again and again and again, who, in the end, knows the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly.
Oh, piss off, Boots! You're ruining it! You're ruining it! No one cares about your... What is this? Beauty products.
Please, listen to yourself. You know the feelings. If you start listening to the feelings in your heart, and I'm doing it now more every day, I find that my feelings, I can trust them.
Okay, kill it.
And I say to you, that as you look toward the future, you look at life on a daily basis, if there's something that you have been given, if you've heard something within yourself that you know that what you're doing now doesn't fit for you, it doesn't work for you, it's not giving you what you want, and there's something else that you want to do, don't allow that inner doubt in you to talk you out of it, to build a case on why you can't have it, to tell you why you're not good enough. You ignore that inner voice.
Exactly.
And all of the external voices. Don't judge the possibilities for what you can do based upon the circumstances. Because the circumstances won't determine who you are. Don't determine what you're able to do based upon your resources. Don't determine what's possible for you based upon where your life is right now. Where your life is right now is not you. That's just what it is right now. But the possibilities for you are unlimited. If you're in a rebuilding process, it's unlimited. If you're coming back from adversity and devastation, it's unlimited of what you can do. That's the capacity of human beings. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you've made. It doesn't matter how many flops you've had. It doesn't matter how much money you've lost. In fact, I see it only as an investment of what you learn from life, not losses, but investments of what's possible for you. Once you start listening to yourself, and as you begin to act on your dream, as you start just trying to find your way, doing what you can with what you have, you will start seeing things opening up for you. You'll start attracting people. You say, where'd it come from? Things will start coming together, clicking for you. You say, whoa, you start brainstorming. Ideas will come out of nowhere as you focus on it. The key to it is to begin to focus, because as you focus on that which you want to do, that which we focus on, that which we give our energy to, it will begin to multiply. It will begin to expand. It will begin to develop your consciousness. And out of that comes your greatness. Out of that comes a commitment. Out of that comes a passion for life. Out of that comes a special power that you have in you that you haven't even called on yet. See, the powers that we have will never reveal themselves if we don't challenge them, if we don't put ourselves in a position where we have to use them. And the guy said, put yourself in a position where you can't retreat.
Ed boy. Exactly.
Where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills, or swallow half the pool of life.
How you doing, Ed boy?
You'll find yourself stroking unlike you've ever seen before. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before. All you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. Make sure you do all you can do. So as we look at the future, we can decide that from this day forward, as I look at my personal relationships, if I look at my professional relationships, if I look at my family relationships, as I look at all the dimensions of my life, looking at myself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm going to do all I can do to develop me, to bring my talent out here, to make a contribution to life. Here's what I know about you. You've got greatness within you. As you look toward the future and developing your greatness, begin to know that your life is worth the effort. Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Yes, your life is worth it.
You might have failed in the weight room, and you might have failed financially, and you might have failed in school, and it doesn't matter where you fail. I need you. I need you in this moment to get up and try again.
That was a really good video, Gwa. Very, very motivational. And that was from Motiversary. I hope everyone enjoyed that motivational video. It really touched me. No, it was really good, honestly. Very handy, very motivational, very useful. Very true as well. Very true. But yeah, I'm just gonna watch some videos. you doing, Ed? Good? Okay, good. I'm good. I've been having a good time streaming, working. I played Valorant earlier this morning.
You have design
Lost,
samples
but,
and a vision for your brand. Now all you need is a website to match your hustle. Well, I
And the
recommend
thing is,
starting
it was a
with-
shitty loss as well, because we could have won. Like, we could have won the game. But people were just being fucking stupid. Like, we were just being dumb. With plays! Oh my gosh.
Currently create and share.
Like, I get I wasn't doing well, but you're good. How could you lose so stupidly?
Content across 2 YouTube channels, 2 Instagram channels, TikTok,
Anyways.
and an email newsletter.
I'm watching
now, you
how
might be
to-
thinking, my gosh, this guy.
I'm watching how to create content, like batch content. Like how to come up with loads of ideas in one sitting and then, you know, film and edit and everything. But it still be good. Yeah, so I'm gonna watch a few of those videos. And yeah.
Girl must spend
Hopefully the videos I watch are helpful and useful.
waking moment of every single day creating content, and you would be surprised to find out that that is not the case. In fact, I spend on average about 4 hours per week creating content, and that includes everything from ideation, prepping my content, filming my content, all the way through to my content being scheduled and ready to be published. Now, if you're thinking absolute cap, there's no way that she manages to get that much content created in such a short space of time, I would not be mad at you for not believing me. But the truth is, I batch my content, and that is how I'm able to create so much content in a short period of time, and that is how I'm able to remain consistent
What have you
across
been
multiple
up to,
social media
Ed?
channels. So, if you would like to learn how to achieve something similar, stick
What have you
with me
been
because
doing?
this is my updated, complete guide to batching your social media content. Also, this video is brought to you by HubSpot. More on them later. Alright,
HubSpot.
first rule of batching is that we need to start small. A common mistake that I see a lot of people make is they hear me talk about batching, because let's be real, I don't ever shut up about it. They hear me talk about batching and they're like, Jade, I tried to batch 3 months worth of content and it was too hard and it didn't work. And I'm like, my love, you tried to batch too much at once. We can't go from never batching content and creating content on a fly, so literally being like, selfie, caption, post. We can't go from that life to batching months worth of content like
I
that.
have my
I like to think of it like a
notepad.
muscle. Like you have to really train it and exercise it before we get to the point where we're batching like months of content
My
in advance.
notepad.
So with that in mind, we want to start small. For most people, I recommend
My
you start by
notebook, yeah.
batching 1 week of content in advance. So that is your first goal. You're going to try to come up with ideas, plan, create, and schedule.
Imagine being able to build anything
Shut
just by
up!
thinking about it.
We
Meet
don't
Base
care.
44,
We want to learn how to
complete
batch
AI
content.
creation
We don't
platform
care about your
made for anyone with an idea.
shitty
And drive to
AI.
1 week's worth of content on your respective social media. We want to start small. For most people, I recommend you start by batching 1 week of content in advance. So that is your first goal.
Okay, so creating content. Exactly. No one cares about your fucking AI. It's like, it's not even like a pro, it's fucking AI. Not even a real person. Okay, creating content. Let's put YouTube, Instagram. I think Instagram on my personal account, like / Twitch account, you know, thing, I'm doing pretty well when it comes to uploading content on there. Right? Because I'm just posting like personal stuff and like clips from Twitch. The only thing I feel like, because I'm sharing it in DMs, I hope I'm not annoying anybody when I'm sharing. Like, I mean, no one's said anything. Like, people enjoy the, like, come and enjoy the content, so I guess I'm alright. But, you know, sometimes I think, like, oh, I hope I'm not annoying them by sharing my, you know, thing in the DMs. Okay, so she said the goal is to start by batching 1 week of content in advance. So we'll put goal 1. I said week 1. 1 week of content. That's the goal. Okay.
You're going to try to come up with ideas, plan, create and schedule 1 week's worth of content on your respective social media channel in advance. Speaking of social media channels, this whole process that I'm taking you through works across the media channel in advance. Speaking of social media channels, this whole process that I'm taking you through works across every single social media channel. However, if you are just starting out with batching, then I do recommend we focus on 1 social channel at a time. Because again, if I'm telling you to batch 1 week of content in advance, but you're across every social media channel known to man, that is still going to be a lot of content that you need to create. So let's do 1 social media channel at a time and 1 week of content in
social media content. Okay. 1 channel. Right.
In advance, just to start off with. Some of you might want to stick with just 1 week in advance because maybe that works really well for you. And for others, you might want to increase the amount of content that you're batching, so actually you have a month's worth of content in advance. It's completely up to you, and you'll figure out what type of creator you are and which works best for you once you get in a good habit of batching your content. Okay, so next we're going to schedule our batching sessions. Now, I know I keep on calling out common mistakes, but the reason why is because I spent a lot of time working with a lot of creators, so I really feel like I understand the mistakes that a lot of creators make, and I just want to call them out so that you don't make the same mistake. So when it comes to this section, the mistake that people often make is that they don't schedule time to batch every single part of the content creation process. So what normally happens is that someone says, okay, I'm going to batch a week's worth of content in advance. I'm going to set aside 4 hours on Sunday to create all of the content. The mistake is that we've not isolated all of the tasks that are required in order for you to create that amount of content. It's not as simple as just sitting down for 4 hours, because we've got to come up with the ideas, we've got to plan the content out, we've got to film it, and we've got to edit it. And if you try to do all of that in just that 4 hour sitting, you're either going to be burnt out, you're going to be tired, or you're just not going to get everything done. You'll end up completing the session feeling like you've not accomplished anything, and you'll feel more frustrated than anything else, right? You'll feel like batching doesn't work for you. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to isolate the different things you need to do as part of content creation and batching, and we're going to schedule periods of time to do each of those things. So the first thing that you might want to schedule is time for ideation. Now, in a moment, I'm going to talk to you about ideation in more detail, because I actually don't think it makes sense to sit down for an hour to come up with ideas, because actually it's quite hard to be creative when you're doing it that way. But in case that works for you, you might want to set some time aside for ideation. You then want to set some time aside for planning. Usually if you're creating 1 week's worth of content, you need like an hour at least to plan that content. So you've got your ideas, but now we need to break them down into actual plans. You then need to schedule some time for production, so that's creating the content, then editing, and then of course scheduling. And I'll break down all of these elements in a lot more detail in just a moment. Like, one of the biggest reasons why isolating this task is just going to really, really work for you is because it's going to allow you to benefit from something called flow state. Now, flow state is essentially when you're in a state of flow. Do you know what? I hate when I do that. I do this all the time. I say a word, and then to explain what the word means, I just say the word again, like with a different inflection. Come on, Jade, do better. Essentially, what it's describing is when you're in like the zone, when you're doing one specific task and one task only, and all distractions are eliminated, and you're really in that zone, you're usually able to create your best work and be super efficient with that work. So when you're scheduling these periods of time to complete all of those tasks, make sure that your environment is distraction free, there's no notifications popping off, you're not like in a really busy cafe or something, unless that also works for you. You know what I mean though, you want to benefit from really getting into that flow state. Okay, let's talk about ideation though, because this is a super important part of batching your content. You need to be able to draw upon great ideas for your content on a regular basis, especially when you're ready ready to sit down and batch some content.
It
The
was
last
good.
years
It
for
was
your
very
content on a
nice.
regular basis, batching your
missed
content.
it.
You need to be able to draw upon great ideas for your content on a regular basis.
Yeah, but define a
especially
great
when you're ready
idea,
to sit
though.
down and batch some content. The last thing you want to happen is to set yourself up to sit down and start planning all your content out and realize that you actually don't have any good ideas. We've all been there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's
how
a
do
good
you
idea.
ensure that you have got a constant stream of ideas running to you, ready to go the second you're ready to put them to good use? Well, the trick to ideation is that it is continuous. So this is actually more of a habitual thing than like a sit down and focus on it type of thing. And what I mean by that is you might have noticed that the best ideas come to you at the most inconvenient times, like in the shower, going for a walk, on the treadmill. Like, I mean,
how do you train your brain to be able to think faster when you're being put on the spot? You see, when someone...
Please let me know in the comments if you can relate, because those are when my ideas come for me, right? And there's actually been a study to say that you come up with the best, most creative ideas when you're not focusing on coming up with ideas, because your brain is more relaxed and therefore more creative. Don't quote me on that, because that's not the scientific reason, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone say that once. So with that in mind, what you need to do is get in the habit of having something accessible where you can add your ideas whilst you're on the go. So if you are like an iPhone, Apple kind of person, then you'll be able to use your Notes app and it will integrate from your laptop to your phone to your iPad, and you'll be able to add to your notes whilst you're on the go. You can do the same thing with like Google Drive and various other note applications as well. The most important thing is that it's accessible whilst you're on the go. Like, I can't stress this enough. You don't want to have a great idea and then be like, let me just wait until I go home and fire up my computer. We need to be able to add it whilst we're out and about, okay? So we need a running list of ideas that you want to be adding to as a habit moving forward. If you're someone who's like, great, but these ideas aren't coming to me at any point in my day, I want you to practice the habit of putting yourself in your audience's shoes. Even when you're scrolling through social media mindlessly, every now and then stop and think to yourself, if I was my target audience, right? What would I want to be seeing on social media? How would I react to this YouTube video? How would I react to this TikTok or this reel? The more you get in the habit of putting yourself in your audience's shoes, the easier it will be for you to come up with content ideas that your audience will love. Okay, let's move on to planning. And I'm excited for this section because I have a free resource that you're going to love and that is going to be super, super useful for you. This resource is brought to you by HubSpot. You know how much I love to bring you free resources courtesy of HubSpot. And it's essentially a content calendar. So I told you it would be relevant, right? Now for the planning section of your batching process, essentially what we're doing is we're taking some of those ideas that you've written down and we're breaking those out so that we know when we want them to go live and we have a greater idea of what that content is going to actually involve, which is why a content calendar brought to you by HubSpot is going to be super, super useful for you. Now, planning your content in advance using HubSpot's calendar is going to allow you to do a few different things. It will make it easier for you to coordinate campaigns. It will make it easier for you to grow your audience, extend your reach. Useful.
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially fuck your AI.
Tips along the way as you plan your social content. I recommend once you download this calendar, you bookmark it so it's super easy for you. So now that you've got your content calendar provided by HubSpot and you're planning out all of your content, what you now need to do as part of the planning process is actually to take each individual content idea and break it out and make sure you've got everything you need before you go into the next stage, which is all about production. So for example, if you're creating any form of video content, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's a TikTok, a reel, whatever it might be, you want to make sure that in addition to having the idea for the video, you've also broken down what the video is going to include. So if you're going to talk about a certain subject, make sure you've done your research and you've written down the prompts for your video. If you're doing a vlog, make sure you've already identified the purpose of the vlog or what the most entertaining element or valuable element. Identify and you're written down what the video is going to include. So if you're going to talk about a certain subject, make sure you've done your research and you've written down the prompts for your video. If you're doing a vlog, make sure you've already identified the purpose of the vlog or what the most entertaining element or valuable element of your vlog is going to be. And make sure you've put some thought behind how you're going to bring that to life. You've thought about the different scenes that you're going to capture, right? Put some work into planning the actual video because your future self will thank you. So that you don't sit down, turn on your camera and then you're like, right? We've all been there. We want to avoid that. So by planning your content in a bit more detail, you'll be able to avoid that. And this also is relevant for when you're creating like graphics or photos, for example. If you know you're going to go out and do a photo shoot, then make sure you figured out where you're going to go. What you're going to take photos of. Do you need to bring additional lighting with you? If you're a fashion creator, are you going to bring different outfits so you can get changed? Like all of that stuff. With your graphics, like say you're going to create some graphics for Instagram. Okay, well, what are those graphics going to say? Yes, you have the idea for the carousel, but have you actually written what each carousel was going to say yet. So really plan everything out to the most detail that you possibly can, because as I said, your future self will thank you. All right, so let's move on to the fun part, production. This is where we're actually creating the content. And this is usually what people think the whole batching session is. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna sit down with my camera. When actually, as I've just demonstrated, there are multiple things we need to do before we even get to this point. So now that we're here,
imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
Piss
Meet
off.
Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can.
What we want to focus on is actually producing the content. And the beauty of you spending time planning out all the content is that hopefully this section is really fun and easy for you. And you can kind of just relax a bit and let your personality flow. Now, even if you don't want to do the other steps that I've just broken down, which I really recommend that you do, even if you don't want to do those, batching your content in terms of the production schedule is one of the most efficient things that you can do. And let me tell you why. If you're like me, you need to get ready. And let me tell you, film ready is not the same as day-to-day life ready for me. So me getting ready to film is a bit of an effort, and I want to only do it once and film a bunch of videos in one go. The same goes for my setup, and you might have a similar situation. I've got lighting, I put blackout blinds up, which is not an easy thing for me to do. I've got to stand on my chair has a wobbly leg, I always think I'm going to fall and break my leg. It's like a whole ordeal. I don't want to do that every day. I want to do that once a week or once a month and just get it done in one batch, right? There's also a lot to say for your mindset. So when you're in a position where you actually feel like showing up on camera, because I know for a fact that most of us don't feel like being on camera all the time. The people who do are usually very successful creators, but for most of us, we actually need to be in the right frame of mind. So when you are in that frame of mind, make the most of it. Batch a couple videos in one go and really make the most of this energy that you're bringing. For example, today, this is my second YouTube video that I filmed, and I'm about to film another one immediately after this because I'm feeling good, the energy is flowing, I've had a coffee, and I'm making the most of it. The same goes for when you're creating graphics, right? So when you're creating graphics, because you've already written out all the stuff that you might want to put on this carousel or graphic you're producing, you also want to batch your time that you spend actually designing that graphic. So you want to spend an hour, a week, or a month getting your Canva up and taking all the text that you've already prepped and written down during the planning phase and actually putting that into a template, designing it so that that's ready to go in batches too. So the batching is relevant to all content formats, not just video. All right, so the next stage is editing, which this part is more specific to video creators, and I just need to put a huge caveat here. I have a video editor and I have never pretended otherwise, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I just edit in 5 minutes and then it's ready to go. I don't. Most of my content is edited by my video editor. The only editing that I do nowadays is if it's very like light touch editing for like, I don't know, a program that I run or something, or if I'm editing like a reel. I tend to do a lot of my reels that aren't cut downs of my YouTube videos by myself now. So I do that editing on my TikTok. I do that editing myself, but everything else is done by my video editor. Shout out to you, Jamie. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't know anything about editing, because I did used to edit my own videos for about 8 months whilst I was working a full-time job and whilst I was doing a bunch of other businesses as well. So the thing that used to really help me was, you guessed it, editing in batches. So setting aside a period of time, and granted, this chunk is probably the longest chunk that you need to set time aside for, especially if it's like a long YouTube video, but setting aside a period of time where you've got no distractions and you are just in the editing flow. This especially helps if you're new to editing and you're trying to get used to things like the shortcuts on the different programs that you use. You can really immerse yourself in the process of editing when you give yourself a set period of time to actually do that, right?
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style, at any scale, just by thinking.
A final tip that really helped me, and this is going to be great for any of you lot who have slow laptops, because when I first started this channel, my old laptop was old. It used to sound like it was like taking flight every time I tried to edit a video on it. Export your videos overnight, because exporting your content when you're editing it using something like iMovie or, you know, just some kind of video editor, it can really make your laptop have a mental breakdown, and it can make editing any other videos almost impossible. So save them and then export them overnight. Last but not least, scheduling. This is another step that I feel like is missed quite often. It is unfortunately not enough just to create your content and edit it and have it saved in a folder good to go. A lot of us actually need to schedule our content ahead of time, because when we schedule our content ahead of time, our content goes out without us having to do anything. And that is usually what we need in order to remain consistent. So my social media content, for example, let's take the Creator Project. This is my second channel that I launched about 2 months ago, right? With the Creator Project's Instagram channel, All of my content is scheduled out in advance. I use a program called Later. It's literally scheduled a minimum of 1 month out in advance, and it goes out automatically without me having to lift a finger. The only exception is my Friday posts, which are the story of the week, which obviously I can't batch because it depends on what the story of the week is. But everything else is like scheduled, good to go, well in advance.
Wow.
I'll put a link to the tool that I use below in case you want to check it out to schedule your content. Now, pro tip for this one before we wrap up is captions, right? If we really, really want to get good at this batching thing and we really want to get good at scheduling our content, don't leave anything to chance. Like, schedule every single part of your content, including your captions. On Instagram, write your captions down already so they're good to go. On YouTube, write all your descriptions down. On TikTok, create a draft, already write your caption and already add the cover photo so that when it comes time for your content to go live, you do not have to think about a thing. It either goes out automatically or you press publish yourself, but you don't have to come up with a caption on the fly. Because if you do have to do that, let me tell you right now, you will not post the content as frequently because it will become a barrier. You'll be like, oh, I've got to write a caption. Oh, I've got something else to do. And then you just won't post it. So all of that prep, all of that batching that we're doing ends up going to waste. All right, my loves, that is my updated guide to batching. Please give this video a like and also
I shall give it a like.
If you found
it's very
this
helpful.
useful. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about my favorite tools that I use for social media content creation. Some of these are super unknown and it feels illegal to share them, but you are going to find so much value from them. Do not forget to grab your free social media content calendar template brought to you by HubSpot, available via the link in my description. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in my next video.
There's tips.
Yep. So let me get this straight.
This incredible mold remover
No one
gel
cares,
can restore your
Darren.
bathroom and your tiles to their original.
It's time for some tough love. This is my honest advice for anyone who wants to become a creator this year. Happy New Year, by the way. Pretty sure this is my first video of the year. I am filming in December though, just to break the fourth wall. Regardless, this is a very important video for you to kick the year off with. In this video, I'm going to break down all of the advice that I wish someone shared with me when I first started my journey as a content creator. And by the way, this video is sponsored by Storyblocks, more on them later. Okay, first piece of honest advice. I'm going to hold your hand whilst I tell you this. It is not going to happen overnight, and that is okay. In fact, it's better than okay. We don't want all of your creative dreams to happen overnight. We don't want to blow up and go viral and wake up to 1 million new subscribers. As beautiful as that probably sounds, it's not something that we actually want. It doesn't set us up for sustained growth or success. I actually filmed a video all about why you shouldn't aim to go viral, and I filmed this video years ago. I'll link to it up here, but this is just evidence that I have felt this way from the very beginning. Let me explain. Virality is fleeting. If you upload a video, regardless of what platform it's on, and it goes majorly viral in a short period of time, a few things can happen. One is that your popularity dips immediately afterwards. So people love that one video, but they never follow you, subscribe, so you kind of just go back to normal, which isn't the end of the world. Two, people love the video that you went viral on so much that you feel like you can only create videos similar to that in the future. And anytime you deviate from that video, your views drop, so therefore you go back to filming the same thing. This usually ends in burnout and you feeling incredibly unmotivated about the work that you're doing. Three, and this is usually the option that people assume will happen, you go viral, everyone follows you as a result, and people love everything that you do. Like, everything you touch turns to gold. Whilst this probably sounds like the most amazing, is this like a Girl Scout or like a brownie thing that I'm doing? Whilst that probably seems like the most amazing outcome, there is a downside to that outcome too, because if you've gone viral suddenly from one video, even if you're able to sustain that popularity, there's a big chance that you're not making the most of the popularity because your business probably isn't set up on the back end to actually facilitate that amount of growth. For example, I've worked with a creator who went viral once and they remained viral for months and months. After that time, their audience just grew. They started to get these amazing brand deals. And then when I started working with them and I mentioned tax, they looked like they'd seen a ghost because they forgot that they'd have to save some of that money for tax. That's an example of you blowing up, earning a lot of money very suddenly and not having the financial procedures in place to actually support it. Another example of this is an educational creator I worked with who went viral and suddenly had a lot of people who wanted to work with her. She hadn't thought about the ways in which she would actually work with her audience. So she didn't have an offer, she didn't know what to charge, and she actually ended up missing out on a lot of income and revenue because it took her too long to set up that part of her business. All of this to say is that most people will not blow up overnight, but that's a good thing. So I want you to stop aiming for instant virality, and instead I want you to aim for slow and steady growth. This is when you're creating content about the topic, or the topics, could be plural, that you're interested in, and you're doing it consistently over a period of time, and you are slowly gaining more and more people into your audience.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Growth, we will have dips from time to time, but the steady growth, which might take a few years for you to get to the point that you really want to get to, that steady growth is far more likely to result in you having longevity in your career as a creator. Also, it is less overwhelming. Again, I know how great it sounds to go viral overnight, but going from having a few comments every week on your content to suddenly getting thousands, that switch that you go through where the volume of conversations you're having suddenly changes, it takes a while to get your head around. And this is coming from a creator who I've had viral-ish videos, but I've never gone as viral as some people go. And for me, I was like, whoo, this is tough. It takes a little while to get your head around, right? Don't rush it. The next piece of advice I have for you is to get serious about retention in your videos and get serious about it from now. I'm just making the assumption that you, the creator watching this, the business owner watching this, you already have videos as part of your content strategy. I say this because in this day and age, it's incredibly difficult to not have videos as part of your strategy. No judgment though, if you're someone who's like, I only share photos on Instagram and that's what people love, more power to you. But most people watching this share videos. If you share videos, one of the most important things that you could achieve for your video is getting someone to watch majority of it. We underestimate the importance of high retention. This is going to be one of the main things that is going to help your videos perform well, is if you can create content that people want to watch from the start until the end. One of my absolutely best tactics for retention is to use videos, images, sound effects, etc. to make your content more dynamic. So don't just rely on you speaking to the camera. I know you're probably thinking, Jade, aren't you just speaking to the camera? I am, but up until this point, have you not seen a bunch of assets appear on the screen? Whether it's sound effects, it's text, it's stock videos, etc. I'm purposely using these in my video to try and break up my content and keep you retained, right? This is a tactic that I've used from the beginning, but honestly, it only started to really work when I started to get all of my media assets from Storyblocks. If you don't know already, Storyblocks is a stock media subscription service, which gives you access to this huge library of stock videos, images, audio, and sound effects. It gives you unlimited royalty-free assets that are suitable for both creators and business owners, and it basically allows you to use these assets without having to worry about copyright issues. It's really, really easy to use, and one of my favorite parts about it is that it gives you unlimited access to all of their media at one set monthly cost. This is really important because a lot of other platforms might charge you per clip, so that's called pay per clip pricing. So it's basically like me saying I need to find a video of someone working on a laptop and then paying for me to use that video. With Storyblocks, I just pay a monthly fee, and as a result of that monthly fee, I'm able to get access to all of their media assets and unlimited access to. The library that you get access to is honestly one of the best in the market. It's refreshed frequently and it commissions content based on customer demand. The result of that is that you're able to access high quality, diverse content that's suitable for any of your video needs. They also compensate all of their artists fairly, and I don't think I need to explain just how important that is. So if you want to focus on increased sort of motivation where you're like, oh my God, great, I'm going to be posting every day on Instagram, I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z, that our best bet to post on social media is to post frequently, right? So every now and then we get these bursts of motivation. You're probably getting one right now because it's the start of the year. You're getting this burst of motivation where you're like, oh my God, great, I'm going to be posting every day on Instagram, I'm going to
This incredible mold remover gel can restore your bathroom and your tiles to their original shine.
It's time for some tough. Okay, so
this incredible mold remover gel.
Bruh, you just fucking
tiles.
So my next piece of advice for you, right, is having a high posting frequency. So basically telling yourself that our best bet to post on social media is to post frequently, right? So every now and then we get these bursts of motivation. You're probably getting one right now because it's the start of the year. You're getting this burst of motivation where you're like, oh my God, great, I'm going to be posting every day on Instagram, I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. By the end of the year, I'm going to grow by this amount. But the thing is, guys, if it's not sustainable for you, if that doesn't suit your lifestyle, there's no point, because you're going to do it for 4 weeks and then you're going to stop and you won't get to actually reap the rewards of having a frequency like that because you didn't do it for long enough. Or what's even worse for a lot of us is we'll do it for a couple months maybe and then we'll burn out because actually it wasn't sustainable for us and didn't suit our lifestyle.
Right, and it was the same advert, like 2 seconds, like fuck off.
And you do the school run and they all go to different schools, which would be odd. But you know that like you're out and about with the kids every day for like 8 hours a day or something. Telling yourself that you're gonna post 5 times on TikTok that day when you know for a fact that that's probably not gonna happen, all you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. If you have set a goal to
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style, at any scale.
Fuck off!
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone.
post more content. So to increase your frequency on one of your channels, which I have this year as well, I've set that goal for my Instagram. Please, please, please make sure that you've figured out how you're going to facilitate posting more content. Don't just tell yourself from now on you're going to post 5 times a week on Instagram. Make a plan. If you are currently operating at full capacity and you do not have any spare time in your day apart from the hour you spend just scrolling on TikTok at the end of the day, right? If you're already maxed out, don't tell yourself you're going to post more. You're not. You don't have any time. You have to cut something out in order for there to be space for you to spend more time creating and sharing content, right? I don't want us to set ourselves up for failure, is basically all I'm saying. If you're going to increase your posting frequency, great. I'm rooting for you. Make sure you figure out how you're going to do it and make sure it fits with your lifestyle. Okay, this one's a little bit deep. If you know my content well enough by now, you know I have a habit of like putting the slightly trickier conversations to have later on in my video, because I feel like if you're still with me by this point, then you get me, and therefore you're going to understand what I'm saying. This learning is that things will change when you start making money. Not always for the better. Mostly things will change for the better. Let's not pretend that money doesn't help a lot of people's lives. Like, of course it does. So there's huge benefits from making money. Sometimes when you're so focused on making money as a creator, the negatives that come with it can sometimes catch you off guard, because in your mind, you weren't really mentally prepared for any negatives. So let me break down what some of these negatives are. The first one is that content creation will feel like work. For a lot of us, when we start this journey, content creation is a hobby. When you start making money, it will not be a hobby, it will be a job. Even if you already have a job, it's now another job that you're doing. The second it becomes a job, it is not as fun, at least for most of us. You can still have fun doing it, but now there's deadlines and there's some pressure alongside it. So it's not as fun as it used to be. That doesn't mean that you hate it. Okay, this is what I mean about people not being mentally prepared for the negative sides, is that if you aren't prepared for the negative sides of earning money, you can sometimes make them mean more than they do. So you start earning money for your content creation and then you're like, wait, I'm not enjoying this as much as I used to. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should change all my content. Maybe I should quit. When actually it's just a natural switch between this being a hobby and this being a job. What that also means is that you now need a different hobby. And this took me years for me to realize this. I've only just realized this. I still sometimes see content creation as a hobby. It's not my hobby anymore, it's my job, which means I now need a hobby. I now need to spend time not on content creation. So just keep that in mind. Another thing that's gonna happen when you start making money, depending on how you make money, is that your audience might start to feel a bit more entitled to you in your life. I'm very fortunate in that this hasn't quite happened to me, but I think that's because of my niche. I think lifestyle vloggers get this more. I recently watched a vlog of a creator who I met a while ago. She is moving to another country, right? And I was like, oh, how interesting. I wonder why she's moving there. So I watched the vlog, I scrolled down and a few comments caught my eye. She was getting ripped in her comments from her audience, basically demanding more information on why she was moving to another country. They weren't satisfied with her answer. And I literally saw comments which said, we pay your bills.
Wow.
So you need to tell us why you're moving.
Wow.
And that like
your audience needs to get blocked.
I was like,
wow. That's insane. Also, we pay your bills. That's why you're moving. Like, we want to know why you're moving because we pay your bill. That's crazy. You're getting blocked, deleted.
What? People are gonna feel entitled. If they feel like they are responsible for your income, they will start to feel like you work for them. And that can change the dynamic sometimes. Again, not with everyone. I'm very fortunate you guys have never made me feel that way, but for some people that does happen. Another negative, and one that I have experienced, is what happens when you start to sell something. So if you start to sell a product or service, some people will not like it, and that's completely fair. An example of I had with this was I do these challenges inside my membership, and I did my Instagram challenge like a while ago, and I spoke about it on my community tab, and I got a comment from someone, because basically in order to do the Instagram challenge, it's like a 4-week challenge, you have to join the collective.
Like,
and I got a comment from someone being
like, custom
it's really
first, and then I would
that you are charging for this challenge, which I thought was a really interesting view, because in my mind I'm like, but all of this content that I share on YouTube is free. Nothing in life is free. You're giving me your attention, you're watching some ads, and I'm earning from the ads, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, to learn from me on YouTube, it's mostly free. So then when I do something like an Instagram challenge that takes myself and my team months to create and months to manage, I have to charge for it, because otherwise my business doesn't make money. But I thought it was interesting that even with a business model like mine, that I actually think is pretty fair, because so much content is free, even with a business model like that, people still won't be happy with it. And that is just genuinely something you have to accept. Obviously, with all of those in mind, these are my usual caveats that I have to say for the odd person who doesn't know my content and therefore is probably judging me right now. Obviously, with all of that in mind, being able to earn money through social media as a content creator is an incredible privilege. And none of those negatives negate that. Like, none of those negatives detract from the fact that this is an incredible job to have and an industry to be in. These are just things. These are just advice and things that I think is worth knowing before you really get going. That rhymed. Next piece of advice. Everything doesn't work for everyone. I feel like I have to share this in at least one video every year because it's so important and it's just worth repeating. Everything doesn't work for everyone. Now, let's take my content, for example, a bit more entitled to you in your life. I'm very fortunate in product or service. Some people will not like it. Now, let's take my content, for example. When I create this educational content about how to, I don't know, launch your business, I'm creating that video for the masses. So I'm hoping that loads of people watch it and loads of people get value from it. That will mean that there will be a portion of people who watch that video who will be like, this doesn't work for me because I want to create a business that sells a product, and this video is about how to create a business that sells a service. That's okay. It's impossible for educational creators to produce content for the masses that will work for every single person because you're so unique. Your channel is unique. Your audience is unique. Instead of watching educational videos like mine or other creators with the mindset of every single thing that is shared must work, otherwise none of it works, the best mindset to have is, I'm going to try all of these tips because one of these will probably work. It's okay if the other ones don't. Those other tips will work for other people. That's just something to keep in mind that might help you on your journey. Another piece of advice is that nobody cares. No one cares. There's a quote that I've referred to so many times in my videos before. It's not a quote, it's a lyric from the streets. And the lyric is, you'd worry less about what they thought if you realized how little they did. I remember hearing this in the early days of my YouTube channel. Like, I don't even know if I'd started it yet. And it just scratched that part of my brain that needed to be scratched. And I was like, yeah, I needed to hear this, right? So maybe you need to hear this today. You'd worry less about what they thought. So you'd worry less about what all of your friends or your family, all these strangers think, if you realized how little they actually think about you. No one cares. No one cares. We're all so busy thinking about ourselves. Like, even if you pop up in conversation to someone you went to school with and they're like, did you see she started a YouTube channel? Oh yeah, that's weird. That's literally where the conversation's gonna end. Like, that's it. No one's doing think pieces on your journey to becoming a content creator unless you are already famous. It's just not happening. So next time you convince yourself not to film or take some photos because you're too embarrassed and what will people think, I want you to remember that lyric. You'd worry less about what they thought if you realized how little they did. All right, guys, we're almost there. I didn't realize just how much advice I'd written down, but it turns out there's a lot of things I wish I knew at the beginning. So there's a lot of stuff for me to share. The next one is that you can't fake it. This is a big one. You cannot fake caring about something in your content, especially if you create video content. Double especially.
I don't care about property.
Doesn't make the most sense. Especially.
What? You suck.
Especially times two. Let's go with that. If you create long form video content like the one that you're watching right now on YouTube. If you do not care about the subject that you're talking about. So let's say you've decided that you're going to create content about finance because you know that you can make a lot of money if you talk about finance, but you actually don't care about finance. Do you know how difficult it's going to be for you to come across as someone who's engaging and excited to be filming that video if you actually don't care about what you're talking about? Also, you're going to burn out so quick. Like, it is going to be the easiest thing for you to quit and give up on if you don't care about what you're talking about. People frequently, maybe not so much anymore. When I first got started, I remember people saying to me, like, aren't you worried that you're going to get bored about talking about marketing? And I was like, babe, I've literally worked in marketing for 8 years. I studied it for 4 years before that. I've already been talking about marketing for several years. Like, this is already something that I do every day. It's something that a lot of people in the world do every day. And therefore it's easy for me to continue doing this. I actually enjoy talking about this stuff. And hopefully you can tell by the way that I talk about it. If I didn't, I would have quit by now. And none of you guys would be following me because you'd feel it. You'd feel the vibe through the lens and you'd be like, this girl's not it. She's not being genuine. So keep that in mind. The last one, and this is just a quick one. I truly believe that if you commit yourself to these two things, you will see success. I don't know when you're going to see success, but you will see success. The first thing is consistency, obviously. I'm not going to harp on about it. We all know that if we upload content regularly and consistently on social media, that puts us in a good position to actually seek success. But the other thing is a commitment to improving. You kind of need both. One doesn't really work without the other. It's not enough just to be like, I'm going to post 2 YouTube videos a week and that is it. If you're not also going to commit to try and improving your content. If you go back to the first video that I ever uploaded, which as I said it, I'd probably wish I didn't ask you to go back to that video, but I've said it now. Go back, watch the video. This video is a lot better, or at least I hope it is, because my God, has it been more expensive to create. But this video is a lot better. Like, I've consistently been trying to be better on camera, to present better, to research better, to buy better cameras, to get an editor who's better at editing than me, to buy better lights, like everything I'm constantly trying to improve. And whilst I'm not saying that with every video you have to make this huge improvement, sometimes it is the smallest thing. Sometimes it's you figuring out what camera angle is right for you, which I still don't feel like I've really nailed. Sometimes it's you taking a little bit longer to plan your vlog for the day instead of just grabbing the camera and filming straight away. They could be micro improvements and they don't have to be after every video, but you do have to be improving. Like in the long run, you got to be improving. If you're consistent and you improve in the long run, you will eventually see success. Okay guys, loved filming that. I love filming videos like this. Let me know if you enjoyed it, because then I'll film more.
I did enjoy it.
Watching this video. It's all about the strategy and the
thumbs
tactics
up.
that I'm using to improve my business as a creator this year and beyond. Do not forget to check out Storyblocks via the link in my description so that you can get your hands on high quality video, images and sound effects. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I can't wait to see you in my next video.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch.
Ooh.
It's a new world of creation.
Oh my gosh, so amazing. Oh my god. Couple, like they're a power couple, what would, who would be the least, who would... I hope they stay together for a very long time. I'm just showing on my phone camera. In the meantime, I'll put some music on. Huh? Yeah. I think it's also like age and stuff. I'm going through stuff. I don't think I've ever heard it. I don't think I've heard it. Yeah, I would play it on stream, but I think it'll like me. There you go. Camera's back on. I wanna watch the Kiki Palmer scissor one.
Meet the Ninja Creamy. Now you can turn almost anything into...
Okay, no spoilers. I don't want to see previews, nothing.
And watch it land on you. Tiny, give me 3 pieces of a movie, one of them dead. This question is
Huh? Wait, you hear yourself? Is it? How? Your thing isn't even on. How can you hear yourself? You can't. How? You're not even. Wait. Let me see. You're not even on the thing. Hold on. How? How can you hear yourself? Hold on. I hear you, but I mean, like, what, on stream or like in Discord? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How? Because you're like, it's not on like the only thing that's showing up in terms of voices is mine from the mic. Like, there's no. Oh, okay, well. No, I don't hear you. I hear you as in like in Discord, not on stream. Oh no. Okay. Well, I hope. Okay. Well, I mean, no one said anything wild anyway, so. Or like personal, so it should be fine. I'm just thinking about yesterday as well. Because it was all in VC yesterday, you know? Yumi, Blay, Orville. And I was saying that you can't hear your voice and stuff. So I don't want, like, maybe, yeah, you know? I mean, to be fair, yeah? So, awesome. Interesting. I'll see if I can figure out after. Like it on the phone. So weird. That's so weird. What about now? Can I hear you now? That's it? I just want to know so I know when, because that's weird. Like, you're not even on like that. Like, it's not on the thingy. So why can you be hurt, you know? I mean, can you hear? I figured it out. That's so rubbish because it's off. Like, the channel, I have a Discord channel, but it's off. So I don't know why was it playing when it's muted? Well, thanks for letting me know anyway. It's so strange. Like, that means you might have heard it yesterday, in the VC yesterday. Okay. Well, at least it's sorted now. That's why I'm like, I don't have voice, and then if you want to be in voice, then I ask you, and then I'm like, oh, do you want to be on stream? I know, but like it's just like, why is it doing that? You know, that's it. You know, because what if I said, oh, your voices are not on straight included right now, and your voice is included, and you say you didn't know, you said something, you know, personal or something, and like that you didn't want anyone to know. I'm gonna put your voices are included. Okay, but yeah, anyways, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Go check out Clovio on Twitch, guys. He's a moderator, streamer, all that good shit. So go check him out. Okay. Well, either way, go check him out. Alright, I'm gonna include your audio now. Officially. Hi there. They're 1v1ing eating wings. It's chicken. Get to eating. They're eating drumsticks. Hold on, I'm gonna include your audio. One sec. There you go.
Yeah, I hear my. Yeah, I hear myself.
Cause it's all in my head.
Oh, okay.
Say something?
Ear.
Ah, there you go. I'd win. You like Spice Dale? Oh my gosh, if I ever go to America, we should do something like this. Go to Wingstop, get the hottest, well, not the hottest, but like the hot wings. Play a game.
I would like that. They got Dave's hot chicken, and they're like, and they got really hot chicken.
That'd be funny as shit.
It got some like crazy spicy wings. It's supposed to be all like really hot.
Sainsbury's. Oh, we made our money.
Hey Sainsbury's, explain it, will you?
Attention, some people
I said Sainsbury's, are we made of money?
Did you hear that?
Bruh.
Well,
Okay, this is gonna give me advert. Fuck that. Oh my gosh, Haley Steinfeld, Michael B. Jordan. I have to watch this. Who's seen Sinners?
One-touch presets for any drink you want.
Has everyone seen Sinners yet?
You know what really makes me mad?
What?
When people on Hot Ones
So
go like,
good.
oh, I love that. It tastes great. I was gonna try and do it. I can't do it.
This is
Oh
Hollywood
gosh, she's
Versus.
crying.
In front of these contestants is a stack of deeply personal questions. They can either tell the truth.
I don't know how to.
Or suffer the wrath of the last dance.
Oh my God.
Whoever eats the most wings loses.
My heart's pounding.
Like acting with him, and like doing a semi sex scene with him.
25.
I don't want to hear it.
I wonder what it's like.
Our new film, Sinners, is directed by your good friend and longtime collaborator, Ryan Coogler.
That's right.
But even friends get on each other's nerves sometimes, right? What is Ryan's most annoying
No,
habit as a
acting with him. I like how that's what you gathered from what I said. I said working with him, like acting with him, and like doing a semi-sex scene with him.
I'm gonna kick this off.
But the first thing I said was acting with him. So why is it you skipped over the acting and have focused on the sex scene?
No.
Your eyes are fully watering.
No, I don't even think
Oh, piss off!
creative relationship is great.
I can't watch Hot Ones. I can't watch Hot Ones on stream. That's great. Okay, I guess not. I'm gonna have to start watching Hot Ones because it says stream unavailable. Bruh, this so sucks. Fucking sucks. Hot Ones is... I've seen the Billie Eilish and Phineas one. I have not seen them. Am I back on stream? Am I back?
Okay, I see you. Okay, let me see you. Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off. Let me see you rock off. Let me see you kick right, now kick left, now step forward, now step back. Lucasade, bring the energy.
Cut all the perfectionism. If you're scared that people are gonna judge and look at you, they will probably look. Will they be judging? I don't know. You're so in your head that you're like, oh, my life is boring. Nobody's gonna wanna watch these videos. And you're just second guessing yourself.
Yeah, nah. Am I back? I should be back. I'm not playing anymore. Am I back?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, I'm Patricia,
No,
a
I'm not.
20-something-year-old who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and
Bruh,
has
I'm
been
not back.
or so
I'm not
years.
back.
And in this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips
It's
and tricks on
temporary
how you
block.
can become a content creator. And sorry if I sound kind of nasally. I don't know. I hope I'm not getting sick. For
talking
those who
to
may not know,
me?
I've been creating content for
Oh,
about
wait, can you hear me
2
then?
years now.
Wait,
started
am
out
I?
on TikTok making like art videos.
Alright.
And then I transitioned
Yeah, I was
into
like-
gaming stuff. And at that point, I started making YouTube videos as well,
Okay.
involving where my
It just
gaming
says stream
setup,
unavailable.
vlogs, etc. And I recently did a Q&A video. I got a ton of questions asking about like tips and tricks
Bruh.
on how to become a content creator. And I was like, okay, might as well compile a list and
Bruh.
share with y'all. But reminder, I'm still
Fucking
very
sucks.
much
Can I
beginning.
not
I'm
just
3
enjoy
years,
Hot
isn't anything,
Ones?
Like crazy. I'm not a vet or anything. By the way, these tips and tricks are from my personal own experience. So if you are an individual that is interested in creating content and honestly not too sure
Can
how
I not
to
just
start,
enjoy
this
Hot
video's for you.
Ones?
I hope this video can give some
Like,
help. But enough yapping. Let's
apparently
get to the video.
not.
First tip that I would
Like,
give is
I'm reacting to content. I'm not even stealing.
because I also want everything to be perfect. Whether it's like my work, hobbies, cleaning, like literally, I would really like everything to be perfect. So I try my hardest. But you know what, content creation, YouTube,
They don't have these
TikTok,
problems on
if you're
Twitch,
doing content on Instagram,
bitch.
whatever, cut it all out. Okay, trying to make the perfect content is only gonna harm you. Being so fixated.
So I
on trying
don't
to
stream
get
on
everything perfect, whether
YouTube.
that's,
Like, yes,
the
you just have to
lighting,
have
camera,
your
audio,
own original
scenery,
content and shit. You
outfit,
can't react to
makeup, editing
nothing. You can't
software, like, that's just gonna hold you.
fucking do
For example, say you really
anything.
want to start making YouTube videos and you don't have a camera. You just have your phone and you're looking at camera prices and you get discouraged. and
Well,
you stop
doy,
yourself,
I
like,
said
oh,
this
can't make
month I'm
content 'cause I
gonna
don't have a good camera.
stream on
Well,
YouTube
you
because
can
I want to
still
get
create
my
good videos on your phone.
hours up.
Trust
That's
me,
why
I
I'm
have
on
a
here.
15, and the video quality isn't bad, but my boyfriend has a 15.
I mean, I didn't
and it's
even think I
literally
was gonna
amazing.
watch
So
Hot
yeah,
Ones.
if
I
you
was
like
just
your
like,
phone,
oh,
you know,
Nelly and
use it while you
Ashanti, and then I was like,
continue to upgrade.
there's like
And
a
then
downward
editing software is
spiral
good. There's Adobe
watching.
where there's
It's
a
like I didn't
monthly
plan to
subscription.
watch
There's Final Cut Pro, that's
Hot
like
Ones, and it
up front.
Yeah,
So I
okay,
know,
there you
like,
go, I'm
editing
back.
softwares, they cost money. That could be a bit off-putting. You'd be like, oh dang, okay, I have the video clips, but I have nothing to edit with. You do, bestie. There's a lot of free editing softwares out there. There's like CapCut,
Bruh.
there's other ones, but that's the only one that I know of.
Fucking
I'm gonna do some
YouTube.
research and I'm gonna put other free
Eat a
editing software.
dick.
If you're scared that people are gonna judge and look at you, they will probably look. Will they be judging? I don't know. You're so in your head that you're like, oh, my life is boring. Nobody's gonna wanna watch these videos. And you're just second guessing yourself.
Bruh. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, good. I was
Hey guys,
like,
welcome back to my
bruh.
channel, and if you're new here, hey, I'm Patricia, a 20-something
Stress.
girl who lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and has been creating content about 3 or so years.
That's
And in
so
this video, I'm
jarring.
gonna be sharing some tips and tricks on how you can become a content creator.
I wanted
And
to
sorry
watch
if I sound
Red
kinda
Bull
nasally,
Spiral
I don't know, I hope I'm not
Freestyle.
getting sick. For those who may
Will
not
I
know,
be able
I've been
to
creating
watch
content
that?
for about like 3-ish years now. I started out
I'm
on
gonna
TikTok
try it.
making like art videos.
I mean, we watched
and then
Red
I
Bull the other
transitioned
day.
into gaming stuff, and at that point I started making YouTube videos as well, revolving around my gaming setup, vlogs,
Yeah.
etc.
It's just
and I recently did a
hot
Q&A
ones.
video. I
They're
got
too
a ton of
big.
questions
Well, not that they're too
asking
big, because
about,
Red
like,
Bull
tips
is
and tricks
massive,
on how
but
to
like,
become a content creator. And I was like,
Oh!
might as well compile a list and share it with
Like,
y'all.
I don't
But
get
reminder,
it.
I'm still very much a beginner. You know, 3 years isn't anything like crazy. I'm not a vet or anything. By the way, these tips
Yeah,
and tricks
I
are from
know,
my
I
personal
know.
own experience. So if you are an individual that
It's
is
just
interested
annoying.
in creating content
So
and, not,
good.
and honestly not too
Well,
sure
I hope you
how
enjoyed
to
Hot
start,
Win-
this
Hot
video is
Ones,
for you.
Hot
I hope
Wings.
This video can be of some help. But enough
Cheers.
yapping, let's get into the video. First tip that I would give is cut all the perfectionism. I know that's easily more said than done.
And-
honestly, 'cause
and
I also want
Issa
everything to
Rae
be
and
perfect.
stuff.
Whether it's like my work, hobbies,
I think that's
cleaning,
what,
like, literally, I would
like,
really
cut off
everything
my
be
stream,
perfect,
to
so
be
I try my
honest.
hardest. But, you
But
know,
it was
content
pretty much
creation, YouTube,
finished,
TikTok,
like,
if you're doing content on Instagram,
because
or
my
whatever,
stream
cut it
is
all out.
delayed, isn't it?
Okay, trying to make the perfect content
Just a
is
little
only gonna
bit.
harm you. Being so fixated on trying to get everything perfect, whether that's like the lighting, camera, audio, scenery, outfit, makeup, editing software, like that's just gonna
Actually,
hold
yeah.
you. For example,
When it
say you
hits
really wanna start making
Sinners.
videos and you don't have a camera, you just have your phone.
Fuck
and you're
you
using, like,
guys.
prizes and you get
I was
discouraged and you stop
reacting.
yourself, like, oh, I can't make content because I don't have a
No,
good
it's
camera.
okay.
Well,
I love
you can still
Sinners
make pretty good
movie.
videos on your phone, y'all.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have an iPhone 13 and the video quality isn't bad, but my boyfriend has a 15 and it's literally amazing. So yeah, if you have a good phone, you know, use it while you can until you can upgrade.
No,
And
I
then
didn't get a
editing
warning.
software is
I
good.
only
There's
got a
Adobe,
warning
there's a monthly
after they
subscription,
said
there's
stream
Final Cut Pro,
unavailable,
that's, like,
saying that you're
$300
watching
upfront. So I know, like,
content
editing
made by
softwares, they
someone
cost money.
else or
That could be a bit
something like that,
off-putting.
and
You'd
that.
be like, oh dang, okay, I have the video clips, but I have nothing to edit with. You do, bestie. There's a lot of free editing softwares out there. There's like CapCut, there's other ones, but that's the only one that I know of. I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna put other free editing softwares on the screen that y'all can utilize. But for TikToks, I definitely use CapCut on my phone. Okay, we got the phone out the way, we got the editing out the way. There's free, cheap options out there. You don't always have to start off with the top tier products, okay? You know, you gotta start somewhere. And then lighting. I know lighting like matters a lot in shots, but you know, if it's ass lighting, at least record the shot and you can color grade and edit it afterwards. And the list goes on. I can continue like elaborating on what's holding you back. It's just don't let the excuse you're making like stop you from creating content altogether. Because putting out work
Exactly.
that isn't perfect
Excuses are
is
for
better than
losers,
not putting
even though I
content
use
out at
them
all. At least you're
sometimes. They're
actively
for
trying
losers.
and you're working towards
Don't
something.
be a
You're working on a
loser.
project and you upload it and you're proud of it, you know? It may not be perfect 100% in your eyes, but your audience can think otherwise and really like it. Yeah.
I
that's
feel
my
like I'm a
first tip. Just
perfectionist.
stop trying to make everything perfect because there's beauty in the imperfections. Your girl knows how to yap. Second tip is also one I feel like is going to be on
Would
a
you
lot
say
of
you're
other
an
people's, like,
imperfectionist,
basic
girl?
tips and tricks.
I mean,
Honestly,
a perfectionist. Would you
consistency
say you're a
is key, even
perfectionist?
if you're uploading, like,
SK,
once a
would
week,
you say
every
you're a
2 weeks, posting
perfectionist? Like, you
something
want
is
to
better
make
than
sure
nothing.
everything
Also,
is
don't overwhelm yourself,
exactly
don't overwork
right, like
yourself
how you would
trying
want
to
it.
uphold with these uploads. I feel like as long as you're trying, you will feel that personally, and also your audience will understand as well. But yeah, again, consistency is key. I've been posting on YouTube for 3 years. I have over 100 videos, and for majority of the time, I have been posting at least 1 video a week. At first it was randomly, now I'm trying to post Saturdays and Sundays. And for YouTube purposes, it may not even have to be like posting a video. It could be like posting on your community, replying back to comments, keeping that communication going with your audience. But yes, overall, y'all, if you want to become a content creator, you're gonna have to make content and upload it. Just try to be a little bit hard on yourself. to keep that consistency going. Honestly, it's hard in the beginning. Like recording content, easy, it's fun, but the editing side of it, I know a lot of people like dread it because it is a long process. Like me personally, I do rough cuts after I get the clips, and then I do a polished edit, and then I add like transitions, music, sound effects, text, etc., and then I'm done with it. And that could be overwhelming for people, understandable, especially when you're starting out and you're learning like a new editing software, but that's just a part of the game, y'all. I feel like it's fun in a way, especially to see like your finished product and then uploading it and your audience sees it and they're just like as geeked as you are, like, oh my god, so-and-so just uploaded a video, da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, overall what I'm trying to say is consistency is key. Once you get that routine going, it's gonna get easier from there, trust me. I know in the beginning it's definitely hard, but yeah, once that routine kicks in, you'll be straight. You'll be alright. But definitely like take it easy so you also don't burn yourself out. Because that can happen. The next one would be to understand social media culture as a whole, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Like say for example, if something is trending on TikTok and you want to jump on that video idea, do it. Like at that very moment would be the perfect time too, because it's already trending, it's getting the views, and then having your video uploaded during the same time frame, it'll boost the chances of your video getting more views, engagement, interactions, likes, comments, etc. But if following trends isn't really your thing, that's understandable, but there's more to just trends on understanding like social media culture. It could be slang. For example, when demure came out and it was like, oh, I'm so demure, I'm so cutesy. I'm obviously chronically online. So I was like saying that stuff in my vlogs, and it was funny because, you know, my audience understands it, and it was just like, that communication's there. You know, we're all chronically online together. And also another side, what I mean when I say like understanding social media culture, content, etc., is to watch various different content creators. Each content creator has their own recording style, the way they speak, the way they edit their videos, the way they capture a shot, how they do their color grading, the fonts, etc., and then that creates their videos. And it's
I don't think I want to watch other
fun
content
video,
creators
but, like,
and get
on an editing standpoint, as a
inspiration from them, because I feel like
dissect that video.
you watch like too many of them, you start to mold your style into their style, like subconsciously, like you don't even know.
Perfectly with the scenery or the color grading, etc. Like there's so many stuff that goes into a video. So like I feel like once you watch a lot of people's content,
I mean, it's good to watch people's content and see what works, but I feel like if you watch too many, you just start molding yourself,
make it your own,
own style to that, because you know that it works
because you don't want
for them,
you don't want that
and it
video
works
to
for you.
scream like so and so. You want it to be your video. And then on another note, it's good to stay connected on social media and understand the culture, but also on a world standpoint and know what's going on outside of your life, outside of social media, for everybody though. Because yeah, okay, my tip 4 should have been like a tip 2, because it would have been nice for like beginners to hear, but hopefully y'all are still here in the video. And that would be that you're thinking too much about yourself. You know, you're so in your head that you're like, oh, my life is boring, nobody's gonna wanna watch these videos. I literally stay at home all day, don't do anything entertaining, nobody's gonna like this. And you're just second guessing yourself, and you're not thinking about your audience and what they would like to see and how they'll perceive it and enjoy it in a way. The type of content I enjoy, there's a variety. There's gaming, there's vloggers, there's like high-level vloggers that do so much fun stuff, and that's so like not my reality that like I vicariously live through them, and that's entertaining. There's another version of vloggers that are very homey and cozy and are literally just homebodies and chill and do things that I do on a normal basis. And there's a lot of people out there that enjoy that type of content too. So if you're saying, oh, my life is boring, nobody's gonna like this, you don't know that. Like there's like a hand.
I mean, she's not wrong. Like,
sorry if you hear
it
that dog
true.
barking. But yes,
like you might not think that your life is exciting, but
just
someone else
focus
might
solely
think your life
on
is exciting.
cozy
Like
content, chill, cozy content.
you
'Cause trust
know,
me, you have
like you
something
might
to
find
share.
it
I know there's
cringe
something
and
that you
stuff,
have to
but
share.
like when you
Whether
upload
it's
it,
that,
someone
you're
might
funny,
be like,
you have
oh, this
story
is such a
times, or
cool
you're
like
educational,
lifestyle. I
you're
would want
teaching,
this lifestyle.
your
You know.
audience various amount of things, or you're doing like makeup, fashion, vlogging,
Right.
if you're into cars, gaming,
Makes
etc.
sense.
Like you have something that you're able to share, and there's gonna be people out there that's interested. So just don't be so in your head and like beat yourself up and like second guess yourself that nobody's gonna like your content and nobody's gonna watch it, they're not gonna care, because yeah.
She's right.
Because you don't know that. There's so many people out in the world and so many people that indulge in content and entertainment, and the algorithm works in a funny way. So who knows, maybe your video will pop up on their TL and they'll be like, you're cool as hell, and subscribe to you, and you'll have like lifelong subscriber. You never know. But you just have to take that chance. And I know that's the scary part because people are gonna receive you, but if you wanna become a content creator, that's what you have to do. Just don't be in your head too much and literally just do it. Like, you have stuff to share, you'll find your audience sooner or later. And since I was on the topic of niches, that kind of plays into tip 5. I'm all here for niches. I feel like I'm in a niche. I'm in like the anime, vloggers, manga, gaming niche, right? I don't know. If you're a patty cake and you're here, what niche am I in? I don't know. But yes, I'm all here for niches. Niches are nice. And I still feel like I'm very much in my niche. I haven't really explored too much out. But a tip I would like to say is don't box yourself in a niche for too long. Once you get that niche, it is nice though. Like when you have a niche, you know you'll have that group of people that'll support you for that specific content. But also keep in mind that, you know, you don't want to keep yourself stuck in a box forever. You want to grow and extend your content. Keep evolving and trying new things. Like me personally, I feel like challenges would be fun. Like, I know a lot of my audience was like, oh, I'd like to see you do more like baking stuff, or what's that one when there's 3 people and one of them closes their mouth, one of them blindfolds themselves, and another one puts their headphones on and they try to cook something together. That's a challenge I would like to do, but I'm not too sure if my audience would like challenges, but also I still want to do it because it sounds fun. So that's an example. Like, I'm in a niche, but then I'm questioning myself on if I should extend outwards and try new things. And I feel like overall the answer is yes, you should try it regardless. Even if your audience doesn't like it, there could be a new audience that may like it. Your audience will probably still like it, actually, now that I think about it, because they like you for you. They're gonna like the content that you post because they enjoy you, your personality. But yes, I know niches seem very like safe and easy, but there's so many different forms of content that you can do, and just don't get comfortable and try new things if you feel up to it. Like, no pressure if not. The next one is for the people that are just starting out and they're scared. Just get over yourself, y'all. Like, pull out that camera. Nobody's gonna be watching y'all. If you're scared that people are gonna judge and look at you, they will probably look. Will they be judging? I don't know. You'd have to ask them if they're judging. But majority of the time, if they're old head, they're probably just like, oh, what is this kid doing? They just pulled out a camera. And then they're gonna try to move because they probably don't want to be in the camera, or they probably don't care. Like I said earlier in the video, it's better to get that content. I know it may seem cringe, and trust me, it is. Like, imagine pulling out your camera and, oh my God, no, hi guys, today I'm at this. That's cringe. But trust me, at the end of the day, getting that content is better than going home empty-handed and you're like, wow, I just wasted a day. I know it's definitely scary to record in public, and I low-key still feel like that. Whenever I'm in public, that's why I got this mic, by the way. I can just be like, hi guys, da-da-da-da-da. I can lower my voice and talk and you guys will still hear me clearly. That's one of the main reasons why I got this audio, because, you know, pulling out your camera, and imagine you don't have this external mic, you're gonna have to protrude your voice out there higher, and the chances of people hearing you are greater. So there's ways around it. You know, in my case, get a mic, maybe get like a smaller camera so it's kind of discreet that you're not recording. You know, if you have a bigger camera, people are gonna be like, oh, what's she doing? What's he doing? Regardless, filming in public is cringe. Unless you have the confidence of like, I don't know, then you're good. But me personally, I've been a shy person since I was a kid. I could barely speak in front of a public crowd, even in college, y'all. But if you wanna make content outside, like vlogging, you definitely would have to get over it. Or you could be like a discreet vlogger. Like, you can record it on your camera and then go home and do a voiceover. So there's ways around it, but at the end of the day, you'll have to pull out your camera. And I know it's cringe, I know people are gonna be watching, but trust me, I feel like they will not, I doubt they'll be judging unless you run into like the meanest person ever, because people have so much other things going on in their lives that, one, they see hella people on a daily basis. Two,
it's a nice
I'm pretty
stream.
sure they've seen other people with cameras as well. So it's not like they're gonna pinpoint on you unless you just do something like mad disrespectful.
Nice
if you're
stream.
disrupting the peace, like screaming in a library. You know, like I know there's people that does content like that. But yes.
Hey y'all, my name is Joyce Rice. Give it up for Alex Isley, Aaron Ray, Anissa Strings.
R&B, Red Bull Spiral.
Patient on my lips. No need to talk my shit. I know you seen as soon as I walk in. I don't got a front, babe, and I never did.
I love Red Bull.
I'm a Leo, I'ma check your pride. You can't buy me, I don't got
I said I like Red Bull. Like, not the Red Bull, but like I like what they do for like artists and stuff.
Breaking egos left and right. You thought I was a nice
I never had a Red Bull in my life. Actually, I tell a lie, I've had the Red Bull once in my life, but that was like rum and Red Bull because I wanted to see what the hype was about, and it was just overhyped. It was okay, but it wasn't like, you know, everyone's like, oh my gosh, rum and Red Bull, you know, I'm drinking rum. There's a whole song, Red Bull. Like, I was like, why was that song made? Like, this is so overrated.
Bet you ain't know who you was dealing with. You ain't have to say that you was feeling it. Ooh, be real, you know, and I know it's makeup the way that you concealing it. I'm the coffee that keeps you up, the chamomile to ease your mind. Seek elsewhere, promise you won't find nothing close to as good as mine. Bet you ain't know who you was dealing with. Bet you know now, babe. You ain't have to say, I know you're thinking it. So keep dreaming about me. I bet you ain't know who you were dealing with. Bet you know now, babe. You have to say, I know you're thinking it. So keep dreaming about me. Said, oh, it looks like you.
I love Aaron Ray. So good.
When your arms around me. Said, I know I can't control.
Ah, give me a break.
Before we break ground, see. Tell him pass me the ball when Kobe started the team. I might be sick in the head.
Bruh. Okay, well, I'm done. I'm gonna continue editing now. It's fine. I'm just gonna edit. Maybe it's just UK Red Bull. Was it? Maybe it's just the Americans. Oh. Whatever. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. Why you not let me stream too? Huh? Yeah, those artists are American. Yeah. The one that we watched was the UK, the one with the freestyles and stuff. That was the UK. This one is American artists singing. So, yeah. I like R&B. I know the artists that, like 2 of the artists that were in that spiral. That's why I clicked it. But if I can't even watch it, it's crazy. It's fine, whatever. Can't watch Americans. First it was Hot Ones. Now it's American Red Bull. No, they don't. It's just Hot Ones. That's the only Hot Ones. Alright, let me edit. I mean, I've finished the edit, the Jealous cover. I need to just do like videos for TikTok and stuff and Instagram. Wait, did we do TikTok videos? I can't remember if we've done any. I know. I'm just gonna edit anyway. I'm gonna edit. Not end it, edit.
There's nothing to forgive, but I always thought you'd come back. Tell me all you found was heartbreak. It's hard for me to say I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. It's hard for me to say
Alright. There you go, I'm back. Fucking piece of shit. Refresh, refresh. House is streaming right now. Yeah, I'm back. Bruh. I know. Alright, let's render this so I can watch it.
I wished you the best of all this world could give, and I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive, but I always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found. It's hard for me to say, I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. It's hard for me to say, jealous of the way you're happy without me. Well, I wished you the best of all this world could give, and I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive, but I always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was heartbreak. It's hard for me to say, I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me.
I don't think we've done any TikTok content for this actually. I think we did it for the other one, but not this one. I think we just did one video because I had to go. Sorry, that's okay. Let's get a thumbnail. I think could do bloopers maybe. There's some bloopers in there.
Gone for someone else to share.
Yeah, we need them on, I think. Let's do pictures. Okay, so that's funny. Look at that. That's definitely a good picture there. Yeah, I think we only done one video. That's fine. I don't mind. I just thought we did more. Okay, let's render this.
I wished you the best of all this world could give, and I told you when you left me, there's nothing to fall.
I'm gonna crop this one. I think that's fine like that. Yeah, that's alright. My booty is hurting. Yeah, I've been sitting in the chair for, what's that now? Almost 2 hours 40. My booty is getting, yeah. I'm gonna render it. Oh my god. Refresh. I need to do a refresh command for the future. All this world could give, and I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive. Hey. I always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was heartbreak. Wave your hands side to side. If you feel it. And even if you don't feel it.
It's hard for me to say, jealous of the way you're happy without me.
You right there? Are you good? Okay.
The best of all this world could give. Well, I wished you the best of all this.
I wished you the best of.
Well, I wished you the best of all. Well, I wished you the best of all this world could give. And I told you when you left me,
Save.
there's nothing to forgive. But I always thought you'd come back.
Remember to save, kids.
You found was heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say. I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. It's hard for me to say. Jealous of the way you're happy without me.
Cool. That's done. Simples. The best of all this work again. Short form content. And I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive. Always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was. It shouldn't take too long, this one. See, 20 seconds even. Heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say. I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. If you like this stream, please give it a thumbs up. If you're watching the VOD back, please give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying the VOD, thank you. I think I'm done. I don't think I have anything else to edit. Do I? Let me see. Let me see my hard drive. I have Girl Don't Like Me Don't Cry, but that's for me and Carla to edit together, so I have to wait until we meet up again to do those videos. done promotional videos for Radiance. Which I don't know when she's gonna upload we done a Q&A together. I don't know when she's gonna upload it, but it's up to them. And also the visualizer. I wish I could show you. I wish I could show you right now, but I can't. Oh, it's so good. I've showed you before in Discord. But yeah, I think that's it then. I think that's the end of the stream. I might come back on later if I come up with some ideas of stuff I want to do. But that's it. We watched a motivational video. We watched how to batch create content and like what's a good idea. We watched a few videos of you know, hot ones until it, you know, said my stream was unavailable. We watched some we watched Red Bull Spiral for like a brief second. But yeah, it's been a pleasure and it has been fun as always. It's been lovely as always. So thank you to everybody who joined the stream. I think so yeah, thank you for everyone who joined the stream. Guap, SK, Orville. Was Orville in here today? No, sorry. He's normally here, so. But yeah, SK, Guap, Dal, thank you so much for being in here. Ed as well, thank you for briefly popping in. If you're still here lurking, appreciate you. But yeah, thank you to everybody who is here, lurkers and chatters, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a pleasure, I had fun watching, you know, the different things, and until the next stream, yeah, if I might stream later. It's a nice stream. I might stream later on if I have any ideas or anything like that, if I want to watch anything. Damn, way to end it on a low. Damn, way to end it on a low. That's crazy. He just wants me to cry off stream, that's it. Like, he couldn't just leave it alone, like, so crazy. Anyway. Woo. No, subscribe, share it to your friends. It's never gonna end. Thank you for watching the video. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Click the notification bell. Press all if you want to see more uploads, more live streams. If you want it all, subscribe. Share it to your friends. It's never gonna end. I need commands here. Thank you for watching the video. Fine. Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Oh, I do have a subscribe. Comment down below. Cool. Welcome to the channel. Click the notification bell. Press all if you want to see more uploads, more live streams. If you want it all, subscribe. Share it to your friends. It's never gonna end.